Even now, the image of her in that moment burns in my memory, like a scar that won't fade. Her head tilted ever so slightly, a smug curve tugging at the corner of her lips. She looked at me, not with regret or sorrow, but with the kind of amused detachment you'd give a fool who walked right into his own downfall. There was no apology in her eyes, no trace of guilt, only a cold, quiet satisfaction. Her name was Marissa. We had spent 4 years building something I believed was real. When we first met, I was buried in the chaos of law school, drowning in casebooks, pulling all-nighters, barely clinging to sleep. She was studying psychology, balancing her own classes while working long shifts at a coffee shop just off campus. She had that effortless charm, the kind that turned heads without even trying. People were drawn to her.
So was I.
I didn't even try to resist. I fell fast and deep. In those early days, everything felt right. The chemistry, the comfort, the promises whispered in the dark. We shared dreams, plans, and pieces of ourselves. 2 years into the relationship, we moved in together. For her birthday that year, I surprised her with a golden retriever puppy. She named him Milo. I still remember how she cried when I handed him to her, hugging him tight like he was the most precious thing in the world. In that moment, I thought I'd done something deeply meaningful. I took it as proof of love. I couldn't have been more wrong. As the months passed, something began to change. She grew distant, easily irritated, and emotionally checked out. She blamed the pressure of school and work, and I wanted to believe her. I tried to stay patient, giving her the benefit of the doubt, even as small red flags started showing up. Her phone became her lifeline, always in her hand, always locked. The passcode changed. I wasn't told the new one. She guarded that phone like it held secrets, and it did. But I didn't pry. I didn't accuse. I chose trust. She used that trust to break me. It all collapsed on a Friday night. I came home earlier than usual, thinking I'd surprise her. Maybe grab takeout from that Thai place she loved, and finally spend some quality time together. But the apartment was empty. Milo paced nervously in the living room. No messages. No calls. Midnight passed.
Still nothing.
I tried her phone. No answer. Then, at exactly 2:14 a.m., I heard the front door unlock. She walked in wearing a tight black dress, heels dangling from one hand, lipstick smeared, not from tears, but from hours spent pressed against someone else. She froze when she saw me sitting there. Not from guilt, not even discomfort. Then she laughed, soft and breathy. "Oh, you're still up? Didn't think it would matter to you." I asked where she had been. She rolled her eyes, voice flat, bored.
Out. What?
"You want a full report?" I said nothing, just stood there, letting the silence wrap around us like a noose. Then she delivered the blow.
Fine.
I slept with someone. They're happy now. And she laughed again. Laughed like she'd just delivered the punchline of a cruel joke. Something shifted inside me right then, not anger, not sorrow, just a sharp, quiet clarity. I didn't scream. I didn't swear. I got up, grabbed my keys, and left. I drove aimlessly for a while before ending up at an all-night diner down the street. Neon lights buzzed overhead, and the quiet hum of late-night stillness surrounded me. I ordered a coffee and opened my laptop. That night, I started pulling apart the life we'd built.
Calls.
Emails. Documents. Everything I needed was already gathered. I'd been preparing silently for months. Her detachment hadn't gone unnoticed. She had no idea how little power she really had. The lease? In my name. The car she drove every day? Registered and financed by me. The joint bank account? I had full access and control. By sunrise, every detail was in motion. At 10 a.m., I returned to the apartment. She was still asleep, peaceful, clueless. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't make a scene. I simply stood by the bed and said, "You have 30 days to move out. The lease is ending. Utilities will be shut off. Make arrangements." She sat up, blinking as if none of this was real. "But where am I supposed to go?" she whispered. I looked her dead in the eye. That's not my problem. She opened her mouth again, this time with a hint of desperation. And the car? It's not yours. You've got until Sunday to return the keys. That's when the tears finally came. But I didn't comfort her. I didn't hold her. I turned around and walked away. The weeks that followed were a blur of unraveling. Angry texts, voicemails soaked in regret, apologies.
Please.
I never answered. The last time I saw her, she was standing by a moving truck, one hand clutching a suitcase, the other holding a garbage bag full of clothes. Her smug expression was gone. I left her there, surrounded by the pieces of a life she chose to destroy. Whoever she betrayed me with could now deal with the mess she made. I've moved on, but I'll never forget the sound of her laughter the night she shattered everything. That was the moment I stopped loving her and started taking my life back.